Nobody has ever heard this story. Until now. It's beyond everything. Nothing I know touches it for terror. Yes. But more for uncanny ugliness and pain. The story written, locked in a drawer, not been out for several years. Its ink faded. It whispers. It wants to speak.
I'm 20 years old. I mean, I was 20 years old when I was youngest of several sisters.
She was very young. That's the first thing to note.
My father was a parson. There were too many of us. I came to London to...
Find a future. To find anything. To not remain invisible. Teacher. A governess. Slim pickings.
I'm 20 years old. I'm a shadow. I've never seen a city. I read books, I dream.
So the desk is open. Out of pity. To keep a mind so in the shade. Shake the dust. I see in her slim, sharp thoughts a possible way out. An advertisement. One chance. Striking out. For London.
If I could find work, then I could be somewhere else, be someone else. So many people. I'm afraid to ask the way. Each turn, something new. I'm scared and exhilarated.
A house on Harley Street. So vast, so... She'd never seen anything so grand.
Anything so grand. Good morning.
Her patron. A bachelor. A gentleman. Handsome. Bold. Offhand. Careless. Fix his type. They never die out.
I have been left by the death of my parents in India. Guardian to 2 young children. A niece. A nephew.
He's so gallant. So splendid.
My brother died 2 years before. Suddenly, it was a shock. Their mother already dead when they were very small. Orphaned. Double over with the death of my parents, They, by the strangest chances, are left to me.
He puts the whole thing to me as if I would be...
A man in my position. I mean, a lone man. I have no experience.
Able to help him.
The right sort of experience. A grain of patience.
Able to guide him.
It's very heavy on my hands. It's been a terrible worry. For me, a series of blunders. Somehow But I pity those small ones.
He's so kind.
I mean, I've kept them. I've kept them from the first, with good people, the best people looking after them. I even parted with my own sons.
So generous.
The awkward thing is, of course...
I've never met anyone like him.
They have no one else. And I have many affairs of my own. I've put them in possession of Bly, my house, my parents' house, in the country. Now, if you would go there, as the governess...
He talks as if I would be doing him some wonderful favour.
Would be in supreme authority. There was another young lady before, and she did for them beautifully, most respectful, till she... her death.
She didn't dare ask what she died of.
For the children, I mean, so much death.
Didn't dare to ask if the office brought with it danger.
Mrs. Grouse, the housekeeper, has done since then everything she could. I know it sounds dull. I know it sounds strange. But do you think you could be persuaded?
She hesitated. She was young, untried, nervous. But the salary offered exceeded her modest measure. And
he asks me as if I was something. Someone. Not just a nothing, a nobody. A thing left in the dark.
And he was such a splendid young man. She succumbed. Of course.
I will do it.
She was persuaded.
Excellent. But
one last condition. The strangest one of all.
You must never trouble me. Never appeal. Complain. Write to me. You must meet all the questions yourself. Receive all the money from my solicitor. You take the whole thing over. Just let me alone. Can you do that?
For you, I can do anything.
I can.
He took her hand, and already she felt rewarded. And that was her whole reward. She never saw him again. And so it begins. This story. Gently, easily, with so much promise. This young person, so unready for the world she came into.
After seeing him, there are a couple of very bad days. A succession of flights and drops. Blink. Have I made a mistake? But then, towards the end of a June day, riding through a countryside so sweet, so fair, up a long drive, open windows clear in the front, the grass smells so fresh. Grand, square house. A cluster of trees, a tower on the house like a castle. I'm here. And the little girl Flora, she comes running out. She runs out to me.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Should I put my hand in your hand?
You may if you like to.
Is that how people greet each other?
It may be how we greet each other. He didn't tell me that she was so beautiful.
Your hand is warm.
Is it? I must have been clasping them in the carriage.
Were you afraid?
No.
To come here?
No. Just unsure. The first time who I would meet.
I'm Mrs. Gross, the housekeeper.
Good afternoon.
Can I show you my house?
Later, Flora. The poor lady's just arrived.
There are so many things. So many places to go.
It looks wonderful.
And you look tired, miss. Let me take you to your room and bring you something to eat.
This is my room.
Of course. It's one of the best in the house.
The light. The full draperies. I have never slept in my own room. Had my own bed. A long glass. I see myself. From head to foot. For the first time. I do not look as I thought I would.
You look at yourself like you never saw yourself before.
And she, like light, smiles. We look at each other, eye to eye in the glass. She catches my hand.
I'm so glad you're here.
It's night, I hardly sleep. It's so strange. It's so strange, the vision of that beautiful, the radiant image of that little girl. I rise, I wander. I've never seen such a room. I walk its edges. I stare myself down in the glass. I find the waves, the creaks in its pathways. I lie on my bed, count the patterns in its drapes. So quiet. No one turns in their sleep, catches a breath in their throat. I stand, I sit. I watch from the window that first faint summer dawn. So still.
Flora? Hello?
The house draws in a breath and breathes out in its cold, chill air.
It's nothing. Nothing.
Can I have more butter?
Eat the rest of your bread first.
The corners are so
And the little boy,
unfriendly.
does he look like her?
Like who?
Is he so very remarkable? Eat your egg,
He
Flora.
does.
Does Miles look like me?
Most remarkably, yes.
I've taken out the middle.
If
There's
you
not
think
much
well
left
of
of the
this one.
edges. Do you think well of me?
Oh, think well of you if you eat some apple.
Is it crisp?
It is very crisp.
Then you will be quite carried away.
I think I'm already quite carried away.
When does Miles come back?
Tomorrow, he arrives by the coach. Stops in the village.
So then you're all mine. I can show you all over the house.
Well, we shall give the day to it.
That painting. He was Lord of Here. He was Lord of Here. That head on the statue. All of them. Dead. I'll show you my great-grandmother's bed. It's very lumpy. Like her picture. She's dead too. And that's her when she was younger, and she had 17 children. I don't know what
So many things. So many
dead, I
treasures.
suppose.
Half forgotten. A woman on a wall stares back at me.
Come on.
She knows everything.
Dressing room. Sitting room. Dining room. We eat in here sometimes. The walls are a bit brown. Keep up. The second sitting room. This room is the piano. And games sometimes. In the afternoon. And that's a picture of a king whose name I've forgotten. And look at this. It looks like panelling, doesn't it?
It does.
Wrong. Secret staircase.
Flora! Wait!
The staircase, so tightly wound, grows steeper, sharper, wrenched after what seems 100 steps at my breath.
Flora!
Up here.
I can't go up. I can't go down. I am stuck somewhere. Between. And there are scratches on the walls. People's names clawed. As if they stopped here, as if they never dared move again.
Do you know where we are?
Where are we?
This is the machicolated tower. It's a fortress. Look, you can see out across. Everywhere. You can see everything as far as... Look. That's the mausoleum where they put us all. That's the bridge over where the farmer takes his cows. That's the pyramid my great-grandfather built for no good reason.
You come up here alone, Flora.
Sometimes I'm the lookout.
It's very high up.
I'm not scared of heights.
I don't know if you should come up here alone.
Shall we go round and play in the gardens?
Flora! Did you hear what I said?
Come on. It's just there.
Just us. All this. The fountain off and clogged. A dull, old, stagnant house, and yet with Flora, with that child, it's a castle. A place that takes its colour from storybooks and fairy tales.
Catch me! Catch me!
It's as if we are lost in some great drifting ship, and I, strangely, am at its helm.
Go and wash your hands. Ask Mrs. Gross for some tea, please.
And cake.
A piece of tea bread will do.
There's a letter here.
Shall I lay him here, miss? By the window?
Can I help you, Mrs. Gross?
You may do the forks. I'll have you sitting here, miss. Sit down, Flora. Miss?
Yes. Yes, Flora, you may eat your bread and butter, then go back to the library, bring back your writing book, and write some longer spellings for the letter L.
Will you not sit with me?
In a moment.
I'll sit with you.
I must talk with you.
Of course. Come on to the terrace.
Miles has been dismissed from school.
But they all are. Over the summer.
Sent home, yes, but only for the holidays. Miles may never go back.
They won't take him.
They decline.
It cannot be bad.
They do not go into particulars. They just say it's impossible to keep
What
him.
does that mean?
He's an injury to others,
An injury?
to other children.
He's 10 years old.
Yes, it seems incredible.
He's an angel. He would never... You see him first, miss. You see him. You might as well believe that of Flora.
Flora,
I copied 3 long words onto the paper. Can you read them?
labyrinth, lacerate, lacrimary.
What does that last one mean?
It means to cry with real tears.
Shall I choose the next words?
Please do. So you never know Miles to be bad?
I don't pretend that.
Well, then he has been.
Yes, indeed. He's a boy.
But you like a child of spirit,
Yes.
but not to contaminate,
Contaminate?
corrupt.
What, you think he'll corrupt you?
Who was the lady who was here before?
The last governess? She was very young. Like you.
Did she see anything in the boy?
That wasn't right. She never told me.
Was she careful?
Some things.
But not all.
She's gone. I won't tell tales.
Did she die here?
No. She went off.
She was taken ill.
No, she just never came back. I heard from the master she was dead.
What did she die of?
Never told me. Now, please, miss, I must get on with my work. You must work it out for yourself.
I feel the first time I see Miles looking out for me before the door of the inn, that I see all of him, without and within. Great glow of freshness. The same fragrance of purity which I had from the first moment seen in the sister.
Hello.
Home.
So sorry I'm late.
He's incredibly beautiful. Sad that a passion of tenderness for him swept away, but his presence as if you know nothing in the world but love. He is not bad. He cannot be bad. He is not bad. I will put the letter away, that's all. I will say nothing of it. And the summer,
Let's go to the lake. We can see if there's any ducks.
something quite magical. I can't...
Look, there's a nest. Where?
It's like I'm under a charm.
Tree. Look. There. Follow the line of my arm, Phil.
I see it.
I don't. There.
Look, Flora. There.
What is it? It's a heron's nest.
It's as if I learned
Can we
something.
row over to it?
It's as if my small, smothered life learns to laugh, to not think about tomorrow.
Can we go over to see the swans?
Not today.
Race you. You're already gone.
It is the first time I've ever known space, air.
Let her win, Miles.
You always say that.
It's like a trap to my imagination, to my delicacy, perhaps, to my vanity. It's like falling in love. How I imagine falling in love. I'm off guard. But I know I'm off guard.
I won! Let her win! Spin till you fall down!
They are a bloom of happiness. They are so grand.
Let's go up the woods.
Wait.
Find the old tree. Sing a magic rhyme.
Children! Flora? Miles?
I hesitate here at the edge of the woods.
Who's there? Children?
Something gathers. Blink. Something crouches.
Come out. Come out from hiding.
Are you scared of the dark?
Miles.
Are you?
I think I might be.
Don't worry. I'll hold your hand.
I think I like the hour best when the children are asleep. When the light fades. I love the flushed sky. I can stroll, walk, nobody watching. Outside, I lose myself. I'm here alone, released alone among the air and birds. And I wish this one night, this one evening, that there would be someone just beyond reach. I don't know, someone here waiting for me. Just at the end of the path, coming out at the edge of the garden. My mind turns real. My mind turns real. My mind turns real. A man stood at the edge of the garden. Blink. At the top of the tower. Blink. At the brink of the woods, a man, an unknown man, blink, stands. Everything is stricken with death.
Why have the rooks stopped cawing in the golden sky? Why has the friendly hour lost the notes of its so sharp it pierces? I see you. I see what you are. I see what you are not. Blink. We are far away. Blink. We are close. Blink. I see you as I see my own face in the glass. Blink.
You are back at the edge of the garden. Blink. I put you back. If you were closer, if you would have... Blink. You never take your eyes from me.
No. There's no one. Blink. He's gone. He's gone now. He's gone. He's gone. He's gone. He's gone. It must have been an intruder.
Some unscrupulous traveller. That's what I want to think. That's what I want to
Someone
think.
curious in old houses.
Made his way in unobserved.
He looked at me.
Enjoying my prospect, then stole away.
We won't see him again.
I won't see him again.
No, it's a better story than that. When you wake up in the forest, it's 100 years from now. 100? Yes. What's it like? Well, the forest is
Such
so
a beautiful boy. The school was too mundane, too unclean for someone like him.
All of it. Even the magic tree. The magic tree is still there.
It's not wicked.
But now,
There is no danger, no wound.
a ladder.
He's an
A
angel.
ladder made out of wood that you could climb to the top of. Out of which what?
He never speaks of what happened at
Yes.
school. And I for myself,
The sky. You could climb into the sky. Beautiful, but no.
I never mention it.
Guess again.
You're so gentle,
I don't know.
so sensitive.
They've cut out the stars. One by one.
Flora? Did you find your gloves? Flora? gloves. Sitting room. Last place. Here. Flora. Throw them wherever you leave them, why don't you?
Not here. Not here. The man. One step away from me, the other side of the window. He doesn't move. He's too close. You know who I am. You stare into my face deep, hard.
So it is not for me you come. No.
A sudden vibration. I run out to confront him. No one here. No one here. Nothing. You are here. You are not here. You are vanished.
But this is where you stood. This is where you looked at me. Mrs. Groves!
Oh, you gave me such a fright. Like some spirit. What is it? What's the matter?
My teeth are chattering.
Something's happened?
There was a man looking in and looking for
Was
someone.
he?
I don't know.
Oh, where's he gone?
I don't know.
You've seen him before?
Yes.
He's a stranger?
Yes.
You didn't tell me?
No.
On the tower?
Standing. Looking at me.
Was he a gentleman?
No.
Someone from the village?
Nobody.
What is he?
A horror.
You're afraid of him?
Yes. I saw him as I see you.
Then how did he get here?
I had no chance to ask him. I tried. I ran out to see him, meet him.
I couldn't have done that.
Well, neither could I, but the children...
What's he like?
He's like... nobody.
Nobody?
He has no hat. Red hair. Pale face. Eyes are sharp, strange, awful.
Handsome?
Remarkable.
Dress?
As if he was dressed in somebody else's clothes. Smart, but he was too wild.
He's wearing the master's clothes.
Do you know him?
Quint.
Quint.
Peter Quint. The master's man. His valet, when he was here.
When was the master?
He never wore his hat. He did wear... Well, there were waistcoats missing. They were both here. Last year, then the master went. Quint was alone.
Alone?
With us. In charge.
What happened to him?
He went too.
Where?
He died.
Died?
Yes. Mr. Quint is dead.
Bedroom. Dressing room. Sitting room. I do not look out the window.
The children asleep?
They are.
I've made coffee. For us. You said Quint was looking for someone.
He was looking for Miles.
Oh, don't say that. Oh, God. How do you know?
I know.
What if that poor child sees him?
That's what he wants.
Miles?
Quint. He wants to appear to them. But I will not let him.
How will you not?
Did the children ever mention him?
Flora doesn't remember.
You mean the circumstances of his death?
Yes.
But Miles would remember.
Don't try him.
It's odd, though, that he never mentioned
It wasn't him who started it. It was Quint's fancy. To play with him. I mean, to spoil him. Quint was too free.
With my poor Miles.
With everyone.
What happened here?
Quint was so clever. So deep.
You were afraid of him.
I couldn't bear it. I couldn't then. I can't now. Quint was found stone dead on the road. A slip, they said. A visible wound to the head. He'd been drinking. A fatal slip after leaving the public house. He took the wrong path. And God knows what he met.
And now he's here again.
Yes.
And we are cut off together.
Yes.
I don't know how to put it into words. I find, I suppose, a joy. Yes, a joy in this extraordinary flight of heroism. I will protect and defend those most bereaved creatures. They are the most lovable, they are helpless. We are cut off together. We are united. They have nothing but me, and I have them.
I've got my shoes on. Can't find my gloves.
You sure you want to walk?
No, I must finish this book.
Where are you up to?
Bed and gun.
Yes, you must
I
finish
want to go outside. Let's go
We're going.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
We'll go to the lake.
Do you think there's any eggs left in the nests?
No. Look, the baby cygnets are on the lake.
Can we put some eggs in my nest?
Is that what you're making?
A home for elves or hedgehogs or anyone.
Do you want some fluff from my sewing?
Yes, please.
Something passes. Too close. Someone. Just behind me. I turn my head. Straight in the line of my eye, a figure. Stood close, a woman. She moves around. I look at Flora. Don't look up, Flora. Don't. She has a small piece of wood, which she scrapes over and over the spine of the broken nest. Flora. She does not look at the apparition, who surrounds and moves through me, but I... They know.
No.
10 minutes ago in the garden, Flora saw.
So what?
The dead.
She told you that?
No, that's the horror. The child is
Then how
8
do you
years
know?
old. She was aware
Him?
of her.
Her?
A woman in black. Pale. Dreadful. Her face. She stood right behind me in the midst of it.
Well,
She
did you
came.
know her?
No, but the child did. It was my predecessor, the one who died.
Miss Jess? Well, how can you be sure?
Ask Flora. She's sure. No, don't. She'll lie.
Well, how can you
Because
say
Flora
that?
doesn't want me to know.
Well, how do you know it was Miss Jessel?
By the way she looked.
Wicked.
She surrounded me, but she gave me only a glance. She fixed on the child.
Fixed.
With such awful eyes. A kind of fury of intention to get hold of her. Flora knows.
She was in black, you say?
Poor, almost shabby. Extraordinary beauty. She was infamous.
They were both infamous.
What did she die of?
She was a lady. And he was so dreadfully below. She did whatever he wished.
With her?
With all of them.
But then it must have been what she wished.
She paid for it.
Then you know what she died of?
Her reason for leaving? Yes. She couldn't have stayed here. Like that.
Like what?
With child.
His child.
Afterwards, I imagine how dreadful it must have been.
To lose a child?
To lose everything. To die
You
so
think that's
alone.
why they've come back? To claw back life?
I don't know.
To take hold of something still living?
Yes.
Oh God, I can't shield them. I cannot save them. The children are lost. They see them. They are already theirs. I start to watch them. At night, I bring Flora into my bedroom. A little bed next to mine. I keep her close. And I sleep. I don't sleep. I think I am sleeping, but I feel in my body I am awake. Half dream, half waking. Who's that? Flora? A soft, warm breath. somebody. On the stairs, step by step, rising. Don't make me look. Don't let me see. My candle. Darkness. He comes up the stairs. Each step, looking at me. His face carved in death.
I do not fear you.
Are you human?
What are you? Speak. Stop.
If he was a murderer in such a place, at least he would speak. Something must pass in life between us. If nothing passes, one of us must hold. Blink.
Am I in life? Am I in death? Stop!
You look into me, you do not see what I am. In horror, I meet you. That which is undone, diminished. You cannot traverse this place of the living through this dark of night. You cannot, you will not. It stops right before me.
You cannot exist in this place. Blink. Blink.
It turns. It disperses. Scatters.
Laura!
I'm here. Where have you been?
You were looking for me outside the window. You thought I was
I
outside.
thought someone was.
And did you see anyone?
No.
Why did you pull the curtains around you?
I heard you scream.
What if I couldn't find
But
you?
you did. You have. You're here.
Let me look at your face.
You're hurting
Look
me.
at me.
What?
Flora.
Are you having a bad dream?
Yes.
It will go away.
Go to bed.
Look. There is somebody down there.
I look out the window. A figure on the grass, moving too quickly.
No moon.
Stops. Looks up. The moon unveils.
Miles! Miles! What are you doing out here?
You won't understand.
Oh, tell me.
Just so you would do this.
Do what?
Think me bad.
Did you not go to bed?
No. I sat up and read.
When did you come down?
Midnight. I'm always so good. Aren't I?
You are.
But now I'm bad.
How did you know I would see you?
I arranged with Flora. She was to get up and look out.
She did that.
So she disturbed you.
When you caught your death of cold.
Oh. How else shall I have been bad enough?
It was a joke. He was making a joke.
They meet them. We may sit here and look at them and they may pretend to be lost in fairy tales, but they are steeped in the vision of the dead restored to them. Look at them now.
They're no harm. They just whisper. Like
They
children.
talk of them. They talk of horrors. I know I sound crazy, but if you'd have seen what I've seen...
What have you seen?
It's a game.
What, on the part of the children?
Yes. They've never been good. Just absent. Just blank. We just imagine that they are. They're not mine. They're not ours. They're his. They're hers.
Prince and that woman's.
They want to get the children.
For what?
Evil.
But what can they do now?
They can destroy them. To shorten the distance, overcome the obstacle.
For the children to come to them.
Unless we prevent it.
What will you do?
I will write to their uncle. Now I know why he didn't want me to disturb him.
And suddenly the summer turns, sours. The autumn drops, blows out half our light. This place with its grey sky and withered garlands, bared, scattered, dead leaves, like a theatre after the performance, strewn with crumpled playbills. They have visitors. They harass me. I approach it one side from the other. I fling myself about. I break down the monstrous utterances. I chatter. Palpable hush. strange, dizzy lift. Blink. Into a stillness. Blink. A pause of all life. It has nothing to do with the more or less noise we might be. They're here. The others are here. Pass through me.
Miles?
Do you like that?
No.
I'm playing it for you.
Why?
I'm thinking.
What do you think of?
You, my dear.
I'd much rather you played.
I think also of this queer business of ours.
What business?
The way you bring me up. And the rest.
The rest?
You know.
Would you like to go back to school?
Yes.
You know that you never said a word to me about your school.
Haven't I?
You said nothing about your previous life.
I want to get away.
You want to leave Bly?
No, I like Bly.
Do you want to go back to your uncle?
He will come here, won't he? You must settle things now.
If he does, you may be sure it will be to take you quite away.
You have to tell him how you've let it
And what will you tell him, Miles? There are things he might ask you.
What things?
Is there nothing you want to tell me?
Just to let me alone.
I've just begun a letter to your uncle.
Then finish it.
What happened before?
Before what?
Before you came back, before you left school.
What happened?
Miles, I want to help you. I'd rather die than give you pain. I'd rather die than hurt a hair of you. Let me save you.
Is that what you want?
Yes.
Well, I'm here now, aren't I? I'm here waiting for you.
Where's Flora?
Who?
Flora. Where is she? Flora! Mrs. Gross. Where's Flora?
With you?
No.
You said you'd keep her in your sight.
She would have for a book.
She'll be in her bedroom.
No, she's not close. I can't hear her. I always...
She's above?
In the tower.
Do not think you can run away from me. Do not think you can escape. And now I see. The names on the walls are their names. Scratched in blood. Sealed in the dark. They're packed. You cannot break in here. You cannot break in here. I will tear you. I will find you.
Flora!
Nothing. No one.
I know where you are. She's with Miss Jessel. We must find them.
Where's Miles?
Miles distracted me so she could...
Go out. Have you written the letter?
I've put it out for the post.
Will you go in their coat?
What do I care when the child has nothing? She'll be at the lake.
You think she's in the water?
She may be. Or on that spot where we saw her before.
But she pretended not to see Miss Jessel.
I was always sure she wanted to go back alone.
If she's there.
Miss Jessel will be, beyond doubt.
There!
Flora, a short way off on the grass, her performance complete. She waits for us. She smiles and smiles.
Flora?
And looks at me, you devil.
Where are your things?
Where are yours?
Where's Miles?
I'll tell you if you tell me.
Tell you what?
Where is Miss Jessel?
Miss Jessel?
And there she rises. Stands before us.
She was there. I am justified. She is there, and I am neither cruel nor mad.
She is there for poor Mrs. Groves. She is there most for Flora.
Thank you.
She is there. She is seen by all of us. And the child. She turns and looks at me.
Why do you look at me like that? She's there, you little unhappy thing. There! There! Mrs. Groves!
What do you see, Miss? Oh, what a dreadful time. Where on earth do you see something?
And still she stands there. undimmed and undaunted. Blink.
She's there!
Where?
You don't see her! Look! Look!
There's nothing.
I see her. Miss Jessel.
Laura, look at me. Look at me.
Why is she saying those
Nobody's
things?
there.
Mrs. Groves!
Oh, Miss Jessel. Miss Jessel's dead and buried. It's a mistake.
I don't
A
like
worry.
it.
A joke. Laura, look at me. We'll go home fast as we can.
But that child, holding on to her friend's dress, her childish beauty fails, vanishes. She is hideous. She looks at me.
I see nobody. I see nothing. You're cruel. I hate you. Take her away from me.
Oh, for me?
Don't. Don't.
I've lost you. I've interfered and you've seen. Under her guidance, I've done my best for you. Go.
What happened then? When I was left alone, I have no subsequent memory. Left. Hand. Rough. Chill. Pierce. Grief. Will. Blink. Gone. Gone. Blink. Gone. Blink. Gone. Blank. Gone. Blank. Gone. Blank. Blank. Gone. I must have given away to a wildness of grief. I must have lain here for a long time. The day is nearly done. I sit up. The grey pool, its blank, haunted edge. I must get back.
I don't want to sleep in her bedroom. I'm not sleeping in there. I don't like her. She's horrible.
Don't say such things.
She's always watching. She's always...
Try to be calm.
I didn't see anything. I never saw anything.
Get into bed. I'll bring you some milk.
She's there now, isn't she? Listening, outside. She's always listening.
No one's there. Lie down now. I'll bring you supper.
Don't make me sleep in her bedroom.
No one will make you do anything.
Promise?
I promise.
You won't let that bitch near me.
Laura!
She is one there.
Now, take up that book. Look, those lovely pictures.
Is she out there?
No,
Is she listening?
no one's out there. Come away. She persists in denying that she ever saw anything.
She would say that.
I cannot push her. It has made her every inch old.
I see her perfectly from here. She cannot stand to be called a liar, and she is. She will never speak to me again.
No, I don't think she will.
Well, has she mentioned Miss Jessel?
Not once. And you know, miss, there was nobody there.
And you
nobody.
take that from her still.
What else can I do?
Well, nothing. Flora has her grievance now. She'll work it to the end.
What end?
She'll tell her uncle. She, of course, wants to get rid of
Never
me.
again so much as look at you.
You must take her to him.
What?
Away from them, even more away from me. Straight to her uncle.
To tell on you?
To leave me with Miles.
Do you think he'll turn on you?
Yes, but I must try to save him. I think he wants to tell me. He needs time.
What do you mean?
I'll bring him onto my side. You take her.
I can't stay.
Why?
I've heard from that child such horrors. She says things.
About me?
Yes. I don't know where she might have picked up.
Such appalling language.
For a young lady.
I can.
I have heard it before. From Quint.
You believe me then?
That you see them.
Or that the children see them?
I believe that you think they do.
And that is enough.
It is enough.
At least my letter will have given the alarm. It will get there before
It
you.
never went.
What?
Miles.
He took it.
It was gone when I got back.
He will have read it and destroyed it.
He stole letters.
You think that's why he was expelled? I'll get it out of him. He'll meet me. He'll confess. If he confesses, he's saved.
And so are you.
They are gone. I am face to face with the elements. I am charged with much to do. I have no sight of him. He met with his sister, he said goodbye, found out everything, no doubt. He isn't anywhere. Within or without. No trace. Nothing in the schoolroom. No sound on the piano. I climb up to the tower to look for him. Nothing. No one. This great, barren landscape.
Hello, old lady.
He comes in for dinner.
I'm starving.
And eats so beautifully. With such elegance.
Is Flora really ill?
Not so bad, but she'll be better presently. London will set her up.
I cease to agree with her.
If things change, the journey to London will dissipate the influence.
I see. Well then. We're alone.
Yes.
What will you do?
I will sew. What will you do?
Too cold outside.
What do you see?
Nothing, no one.
You seem to have seen a great deal today. Have you been enjoying yourself?
Yes, I've been ever so far. Miles and miles away. I've never been so free.
And you like that?
Do you? For if we're alone together now, you are the most alone. Do you mind that?
No, I'm with you. That's what I stay for.
You stay for me?
I stay as your friend. Do you remember that evening I said to you there was nothing I wouldn't do for you?
Yes. But I think it was to get me to do something for you, wasn't it?
Yes.
You wanted me to tell you something.
That's right.
Is that why you stay on?
Yes.
You mean now? Here?
You want to go out again?
I'll tell you everything. I'll tell you anything you like. We shall stay on and we shall be all right. I will tell you. I will. But not now.
Why not? May I ask you one small thing?
Very small.
Did you take my letter?
And then I see him. Peter Quint. Outside the window. Out of nothingness. Outside, rising up. Don't look at it. Don't look at it.
I took it.
Come here.
I don't let Miles look at the window.
What did you take it for?
To see what you said about me.
You opened it.
I read it.
And you found nothing?
Nothing.
What did you do with it?
I burnt it.
Is that what you did at school?
At school?
Did you take letters?
Did I steal?
That's why you can't go back.
You know that?
I know everything.
I didn't steal.
What did you do?
I said things.
To who?
To those I liked.
What things?
I didn't know what they meant.
What if he's innocent? Confound him, paralyzed. If he is innocent, what am I?
And they said it to other people?
To those they liked.
And those things came around?
To the masters, yes. But I didn't know they'd tell.
Oh, they didn't? That's why I ask you.
I said things.
What things?
Words. Things.
And who did you learn these things from? From him?
Who?
There. Against the window. That hideous author of our woes.
You see?
No.
And Quint steps through the glass as if it were water.
No more! No more!
Who are you shouting at?
Through the pain!
Who?
The horror!
Is it she?
She?
Laura said you saw Miss Jessel.
No, it's not her.
Who then? Him?
Who do you mean by him?
Peter Quint.
Quint.
He's dead.
But you talked to him.
Peter Quint. Keep him away from me. Where is he?
Look!
No, you devil.
What does it matter now, my own? What would it ever matter? I have you. He has lost you forever. There. Look at him, there.
But the child has already jerked straight round, stared, glared, gaped, and sees nothing but the quiet day. Quint is gone.
I have you. I have you now. He's gone now. He's gone.
I catch you. I have you, my darling. I hold him with such passion.
Miles. Miles, it's all over now. Shh. It's all gone away. Shh.
And then, at the end of this long minute, I begin to feel what it is that I hold.
Miles.
We are alone. I am alone with a quiet day. His little heart, dispossessed.